Yesterday in our Tuesday update, Ron talked about keeping our focus on ministering uh, to, uh, to ministering to others, with a focus on ministering to our family, and deepening in our relationship with God. And those are just some key priorities. And those are the reservoirs in our life, I think, that quickly deplete our relationship with God, the harmony in our family, our desire to go out and minister to others around us. And those are great things to focus on. I wanted to mention a couple of resources that have been really helpful to me in this regard. And these are the how-to category. That's what I wanted to mention, some how-to stuff. The first book I want to mention is this one right here, Spiritual Disciplines for the Christian Life by Don Whitney. Now, Don was a longtime pastor and has taught for the last several years at the Southern Baptist Theological Seminary in Louisville, Kentucky. This is probably the first book I read on deepening my relationship with God. Those things that those who write about it call them spiritual disciplines. Maybe spiritual habits is a better, more accurate word. But this is just a great book on some disciplines, some habits that you and I can build into our lives that we can deepen our relationship with God. I really recommend this book. Scripture intake, prayer, serving, worship, fasting, just lots of things out there, that a lot of good practical stuff in this book. So I would really highly recommend this. Another book that I put in the category here, and this is a special bound copy. It's going to look a little different. Let me show you the title page. It's the book called Celebration of Discipline by Richard Foster. And here's kind of the title page of it. It's called Celebration of Discipline, right? That's an odd title, but that's what he wanted, I think, everybody to. What's that mean? A celebration of discipline? Again, just another practical how-to book on how to increase our prayer life, how to grow in our relationship with God, how to get more out of Scripture. And so those are just some really accessible books. And if you're not having the time to read these books in their entirety, you can read some book reviews, some blog posts out there. I'm just trying to give you a place where you can kind of put your shovel in the ground out there on the internet and learn some more about these disciplines. Let me say this, just a word of experience. When it comes to deepening our spiritual habits, don't make these outrageous commitments that I'm going to read 15 chapters of the Bible every day. I'm going to pray for 2.5 hours every day. We don't do that in anything else. Today I'm wearing my Harvest of Talents for World Hunger 5K shirt. I trained for that every year. Every year I start over with a couch to 5K run. Run a minute, walk a minute, run a minute, walk a minute, until you build up some strength and some endurance in that new habit. Same thing comes with our spiritual life. We're going to pray for a minute, and tomorrow we're going to pray for 2 minutes, and then we're going to pray for 5 minutes, and we're going to work our way up, and we're going to introduce some new prayer methods to kind of help keep that fresh. We're going to be on the church Bible reading plan, but maybe I'm going to take a passage of Scripture and really focus on it and meditate on it every day, just a few sentences, or maybe I'm going to memorize a verse or two. Don't make it... One of the things Don Whitney in his book talks about is that spiritual disciplines go from duty, something that we know we should do, to drudgery, something that is just no fun, and we don't feel like we're getting anything out of it, to finally delight, being able to deepen our relationship with God. So those are a couple books, Celebration of Discipline by Richard Foster and Spiritual Disciplines for the Christian Life by Don Whitney. Really recommend those resources. Maybe I'll do another one of these videos sometime talking about kind of the why behind spiritual disciplines. But this is just a way to kind of jump into the what and the how. Hope you're all hanging in there, praying for you. God bless you. Let us know if you need anything. Take care.